Hi there, I'm Coral.
Hello, I'm Lindsay.
And we're here to answer the internet's most asked questions about stairlifts. Totally unscripted. We've got absolutely no clue what the questions are. But hopefully with our expertise, I'm sure we'll manage to do it.
Thank God you're here, Coral.
No problem. Right, let's get started.
Okay.
Question number 1. How do I get help with my
How do I get help with my...
How do I get help with my stairlift?
Why was it done? What's it done?
I have no clue.
How do I get
How
help?
do you get help with a stairlift? If you got a problem with your stairlift and you live in our coverage area, then give us a call.
Definitely.
That's probably the easiest answer
Or
to that
does
one.
it mean...
How
I
do
don't
get
know.
help with my stairlift?
Does it mean...
Sounds
the
like
same...
it's broken down.
Right, that's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking then.
yeah.
Because first of all, I was thinking, how do I get help to get a stairlift? But it's not, it's help with my stairlift. So they've already
That's what
got
I'm
one.
assuming.
They've already got one.
So,
yeah.
yeah, give us a ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Next question. Can I unplug my stairlift? You can answer that.
No.
No. Don't do it.
No. One thing I always do say, when people do call up and inquire about a stairlift, I always do let them know or inform them that we will need a PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's using an existing one, which they will have to give up, is what I say to them. You cannot unplug your stairlift to plug your Hoover in.
Yes.
It has to stay plugged in at all times.
Yeah.
But if it's not something you have, obviously we can arrange to have that fitted by our fully qualified electricians.
Mm-hmm.
So no, you cannot unplug your stairlift.
No. Why can you not unplug it?
I don't know, why can't you unplug it?
How long have you been here?
Because then the batteries aren't being charged.
Exactly.
The batteries aren't being
Thank
charged,
you.
and therefore they will run flat, and you can get one of our wonderful engineers out to replace your batteries.
You might
for
not
you.
like the repair bell though.
No.
Anyway, next question. Oh. Well,
Do you know what? We do get asked this quite a lot, and it's probably a question that I would ask.
so the question is, how long should stairlift batteries last? Well, depending on whether you unplug your lift or not.
True. And also the usage, I guess. Like
Yeah.
if you're only using it once a day as opposed to 6 times a day,
Yeah.
it's very difficult. It's
You
like
don't, no, it's not to sort of discourage use though, because it does, you have, if you keep it running, it also tops up the battery. So basically the batteries are charged up by the mains charger
Yes.
unit. Generally batteries might last maybe sort of 2 or 3 years.
yeah.
Maybe they've gone a bit longer.
Yeah.
It just depends really. What you'll find though is that the lift might be going slower.
Yes.
Can you remember we went, I don't know if you can remember this or not. I remember we went out to a customer who had, it took her like 20 minutes to get up the stairs. And it was only because she needed her batteries.
The batteries, normally a stairlift will give you some kind of indication if it's starting to misbehave. So it'll give you little symptoms like whether it goes slow or noises. You'll notice something different. And as soon as you do, it's always worth giving someone a call.
Yeah.
Because we can ask questions then.
Yeah, we do also check the voltages on the batteries. So if we find that they're going low, so we have something to test the batteries.
Yeah.
If they go beyond sort of the ampage where we can pick them back up again, then we would sort of, it would be okay for them to charge up again. But if they won't pick up, then we'd take them off. So yeah, how long do batteries last? 2 or 3 years, maybe, maybe a little longer.
Yeah. Okay. Well done.
Thanks. Right,
Okay.
what's this one? Do stairlifts need to be maintained?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes, it's a bit like servicing your car, because I immediately said yes then, but when I bought my first car, I was very much like, oh, it's all right, it's fine, I won't service it this year, I'll service it next year. So no, it's not like the lift will stop if you didn't have a service, but we highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It'll make it last a bit longer.
Yeah, it should be
And it's the safety checks.
serviced and safety checked once a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something you can do.
No.
That's something that a professional would do. So they don't need to be maintained by you in the fact that don't put like oil on it or lubricant or anything like that. You don't need to do any of that.
Dust it with pledge down the rail.
No, don't do that.
Oh God, no.
So yeah, it doesn't need to have any maintenance specifically. Maybe just a wipe over of the chair now and again, just to make sure it's sort of dust free. Maybe a wipe down the rail
and the upholstery
without any sort of chemicals or anything. Just a really very like lightly damp cloth to pick up the dust maybe, because you do find that as the lift's running up and down, the dust goes into the carriage, and that will clog up the insides and the rollers and everything. So yeah, as long as you give it a little clean now and
Well, our
again.
engineers do a really good handover when they do install every single lift to make sure not only you're using it correctly and confidently, they will show you this sort of stuff and ask any kind of questions, and they'll show you. So don't be scared of your Stairlift.
Yeah, and we're always here at the end of the phone.
Definitely.
If you ever needed to ask any questions, just give us a call. Our aftercare department will have a look at it and advise you and sort you out. That's no problem at all. Okay, next question. We've got an aftercare flavour here.
Oh,
why is my Stairlift making a noise? I'm not sure, I can't hear it from here. A noise.
It depends on, so it depends. Is it like, it could be in travel? Yeah, it depends if it's in travel or if it's not in travel. Obviously, if it's traveling, then the noise is normal because it's operating. But it depends what kind of noise. You'll get familiar with your Stairlift.
Yeah. So sometimes, the popular one is having like a beeping noise.
Yes.
So if it's this audible alarm that keeps going beep, 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 that's normally to say that the lift is off charge. So you need to take the lift to a charge point to be able to charge it up.
Stop that beeping.
Yeah, stop the beeping, or switch the power on because it's been accidentally switched off somehow.
Check all of that. Yeah.
So that would make it bleep. Other noises, we'd have to come out and really investigate with an engineer to see what it is.
I mean, when we have our customers that call us, we go through a load of checks before we send an engineer to try and get it working over the phone to eliminate the basics. So like Coral said, if it was off charge, quite basic, you could probably help do that. You can do that yourself. But, if it was I had one the other day, the noise was a huge bang, and it wasn't a bang, it was like a grind. She'd run over some clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And it made a huge, she didn't realise, but it made obviously a really funny noise, because it wasn't until speaking with her, she was like, oh no, that's what it was.
So anything that's a bit untoward,
definitely just call us.
And anything more than a beeping noise, you need to give us a ring.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, that's enough for this time. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Do like our channel and subscribe to it, please. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.